Hello. I just wanted to hop on to talk to you guys about something that was so vital in my journey, and I just want to share it with you. It's this idea of binge eating disorder. I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder about, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and I thought that was the it. Aha. It's the food. It's the food. It's my behavior around the food that's causing all of this angst, all of this depression, all of this anxiety, all of this constant thought about food. And so I thought, I have the answers. Aha moment, I have the answers. I even went to a binge eating disorder clinic. And for me, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Remember that part. Whatever you're feeling, you gotta go to a doctor first. So, with the advice of my doctor, I went to this binge eating disorder clinic program. It was a 12-week outpatient program where 4 days a week from 6 to 9:30, I went to learn about binge eating. It was horrible. For me, it was shameful. It was punishing. Anytime we thought about food, we used a behavior technique where we would snap a rubber band. Now, tell me, how does something positive come out of that? But I was lost. I needed something to help me, and I thought that was the answers, you guys. Actually, what happened is I gained more weight going to that program. I did. I gained more weight because all I did was think about food. We would eat dinner in silence. Like what? We would have to chew our food and think about the flavors. We used different forms of therapy, which was fun, but like art therapy, which was fun, and like music and dance, but the connection wasn't there. Like I kept thinking like I'm doing this about the food. And as you know, and as I wrote my book, it's not about the food. It's really not about the food. What's it about is you. It's about you showing up for you. It's about you wanting to change your life. It's about you trusting yourself. It's about becoming your own best friend. Like all of these things are tried and true for me. Like I am obsessed and I love helping other people figure it out too. You guys, it's not the food. I promise you that when you invest in yourself and when you show up for yourself, you can make changes in your life where you stop thinking about the food, okay? Food used to be the thing that was always there for me. In my mind, it was like when I was stressed, comfort through food. When I was lonely, comfort through food. When I was lost, when I was anxious, when I was depressed, when I was just out of control, comfort for food. I would be at parties thinking about what I'm not supposed to eat and then go home and binge because I was so like, yay, I didn't eat that at the party. Like, what? It's really actually super, super sad. It's sad that that's how my brain, and I know many of your brains work. Food is not a punishment. Food is not a celebration. Food is not a victory. It's not like I'm going to lose 10 pounds and then I'm going to eat this food. Just eat the food the whole time. And what I mean by that is this idea of mindful eating. I'm certified as a mindful eating, program specialist, I guess. That's a fancy term. But this idea of mindful eating goes like this. You basically realize what your body needs, and you feel that when you eat certain things, you don't feel good. I have been talking about my thing with dairy. It's kind of been a thing my whole life, but I'm more in tune to it now that I've done a few energy refreshers and stuff. I realize I lose 7 pounds in 3 days. That's not possible. What that shows me is it's inflammation from something that I eat. And that's got to be dairy, because really when I look at what I eat on those programs, it's just eliminating the dairy big time. And so I've been exploring that more, and I notice when I do eat dairy, I don't feel good. So mindful eating is like, why are you eating this dairy if it doesn't make you feel good? If you want to live your best life, you fill yourself with stuff that lets you live your best life. And if you don't love your life, that's why you're filling yourself with these things unconsciously, just stuffing away, existing. And that's not how you want to live your life. Do you know what I'm saying? What you want to do is show up. What you want to do is make sure that you're filling your body with nutrients. And yes, I eat the cupcakes. And yes, I'm going to have to find a different frosting maybe. And yes, I eat what I want to eat, but it's no longer eat till I'm sick, eat till I'm stuffed, eat till I'm disgusted with myself, and then keep going because I already started it. It's not that anymore. What it is eat until you're full, eat to taste, and then know that you don't need that food. I used to have this idea like I have to eat this because it's here, or oh, somebody brought donuts, I gotta eat them, they're so good. Well, yeah, they're so good, but how does it make you feel afterwards? So I would love to guide you on this idea to break up with diets, to break up with yo-yo diets. I mean, over my life, I have gained and lost hundreds of pounds because once I lost it, it was like I met the finish line and now I'm gonna cycle back. I'm gonna start eating more and more and more. But no, it's a lifestyle, you guys. It really, really is. It's just really eating more of the rainbow, less of the junk, and finding that balance. Because when you deprive yourself of something, that's not because of a dietary restriction, and it's not deprivation when it's a dietary restriction. You're doing it because it makes you feel better when you don't eat it. You change your relationship with food. You change your whole life. You're actually free from food. And I never thought I would be sitting here saying that. But I 100% am. I do not think about food ever. I do know my key elements to do little check marks to get my nutrition in. I do know what I like to eat, and I do know how much of it to eat, okay? If there was a dozen cupcakes in this house before, the dozen would be gone because I would eat in shame. I would take them to the bathroom. I would hide them, and then I would feel so disgusting. But now the dozen cupcakes sits there and I eat it, but I don't eat it all at once, and I'm not eating it to fill a void. I filled that void with self-love. I filled that void with finding stuff that makes me me. I filled that void with living my life. And the best thing about life is it goes like this. So you learn, you grow. You learn, you grow. You know, there's no failures. It's learning opportunities. And it's so interesting and fascinating to me that when you show up and when you have the tools and when you lean in and become vulnerable and ask for the help and get the guidance and get going, you amaze yourself and change your life. And that, my friends, is what I'm here to help you with, because I've lived it all. I've spent the thousands upon thousands of dollars to just obsess with food. And now, for merely nothing, I show up for myself. And my wellness plan is in check. And it is something that I will never let go, because I know what it's like to be on the other side of this wellness plan where I can't get up out of bed, where I'm living in my depression and I'm living in food shame and body guilt and hating myself and rolling my fat and can't even look in the mirror in disgust. I'm so disgusting. Or in family pictures, put the child in front of me to hide my body. I'm not going there. I'm not going back there. It's a miserable way to live. It's so sad and heartbreaking. And it totally starts with the relationship with you. When you change the relationship with you, you change your mind, you change your relationship with food, and everything falls into place. And that is what I'm going to help you with. So ask yourself what's standing in your way. Take the leap of faith and try it for the rest of this year, and let's see how we can go into 2021 in a better mindset about ourselves, our bodies, our health, our nutrition, and our love. I love you. Message me. I am here for you. I know what it's like. Love you.